So let's just hop right into it. As you all know, I just made it past my 1 year mark. I have documented my journey from 1 week all the way up to this 1 year. And it was on a monthly basis after the first 4 weeks went by. So if you are new to the journey and you want to know what my experience was like every step of the way, just check out some of my older videos. In this video, I'm just going to focus on giving general tips that I learned along the way. So number 1 is know your hair. It's important to pay attention to areas of your hair where the texture is different or the density is different, where it's less dense. Because I learned that although in my initial install I tried to make all my boxes the same size, and I would feel the hair as I was sectioning off the sections, and as long as they felt similar in thickness, I would go ahead and twist it. Even in doing that, I have locks all throughout my hair that are different sizes, but as you can see, doesn't make a real significant impact at all. And plus it's normal for people to have, you know, different size locks all throughout their hair. So don't worry about your boxes being perfect in the same size. And even if you try as hard as I did, it's still highly unlikely that they won't be the same size. The density and texture of your hair is going to determine how your locks come out. So like I've shown in other videos, this hair up here is thicker than this hair over here. And there's this one. This was one where the end was like always straight. So you see how, and it's still kind of straight in comparison to these ends here that are more round and firm. So yeah, your locks are gonna vary, and that's okay. Don't worry. When I say know the density, I'm referring to my edges. So on the edges, I've seen videos and I've heard people say like that the boxes in front should be bigger, but I was a little afraid to follow that advice because I figured, oh no, you know, my locks are gonna be too big, I'm gonna mess it up. But no, seriously, you should just go ahead and in your thinner areas, if the base of your hair does not feel full or strong enough to carry the lock, it's just better to make it bigger anyway, because it makes for a healthier, stronger lock. So in those areas, whether it's in the side, in the back, in the middle, where your hair is thinner, don't try to make the boxes just as small as all the rest of the boxes. All right, enough with the boxes. So number 2 is it's okay to use different methods on different parts of your hair. And when I say different methods, I mean coiling, twisting, braiding. At the end of the day, from my experience, they all turn out to look pretty much the same. So I initially started my locks with 2-strand twist, and my hair was like this short. But when I would wash my hair or get my hair maintenance, I would have some unraveling around that perimeter, the sides and the very back here. And I ended up having to braid those. So I did these really tight plaits, not tight to my scalp, but tight as in how much tension, I guess, I used to braid it. Not a loose plait, but a tight plait. But I put braids in some places, and like in the front of my hair, these locks, they didn't stay twisted at all. They actually ended up being coiled, and they came out just fine. So let's say this one was coiled, because it definitely was. This one was one that was twisted, and then over here I have one that was braided. But no, that's not one that was braided. This is one that was braided. This one right on the edge. But does it really matter in the grand scheme of things that I use those different methods? No, it does not. It doesn't matter. So don't fret about that. do what's best for your hair and what stays intact for your hair. Don't feel like you have to have, if you have twists, you have to have twists all over. If you have braids, you have to have braids all over, because it's not true. All right, going on to number 3. Number 3 is consider how you want to wear your hair in the future when you choose your parting pattern. Now, I was very particular about this because I have seen videos of people actually restarting a new set of locks because they didn't like how their hair was parted, or they weren't able to wear a middle part or a side part. So what I did, I was very intentional about giving myself a middle part, and then the ones in the front, I knew I wanted to do a side part. And then I knew I wanted to do a deep side part. So I made sure that my parting in the front was very, very straight. I mean very straight. But as you can see, as time goes by, it's not as pristine as it was in the beginning. Not saying that it can't be neater than what it currently looks like, but it's definitely not gonna look exactly how it did in the beginning when I first did them. But yeah, so if you know that you want to wear your hair on the side part on the left side, make sure you get yourself a straight part on that side, you know what I mean? If you want to wear your hair half up, half down, and you want there to be a part there, a straight part there, make sure you're parting your hair from ear to ear so that's clearly defined. That's what I did with mine. You can see that in my DIY Microloc video that shows how I did it. And if you want to have your hair parted directly down the middle, you know, make sure that when you're installing, you part down the middle, you part across the middle, the halfway point. So do those things, you'll be good to go. Number 3 is be careful with your lock maintenance and choose your method and your frequency based off of your hair type. So it's important to know your hair, know what your hair likes, know what your hair doesn't like. And it's very similar to, pretty much the same, I will say, as how it was when you had loose natural hair. So if when you had loose natural hair, you know, your hair broke really easily, or it could handle a lot of tension, you were one of those people who could get box braids and cornrows all the time, then it might not matter that you do interlocking, or you know, you might be able to have a little more versatility in the updos and things like that. But if you have very sensitive hair like me, when you had loose natural hair, I would advise not trying to go out on the limb and try these new things, because it could damage your hair. And it sucks to damage locks because of all the time and energy and patience we put into it. So just keep it cute, sis. All right. Also, when it comes to, for me, I got mine palm rolled once a month, and that worked for my locks because they're still healthy. You know, like I got them palm rolled for a year. People say with Microlocs, you know, you should get them interlocked. I have had them interlocked before, and I was nervous about palm rolling, but my hair is a year strong and there's nothing wrong with it, and I palm rolled it for that whole year. So I'm gonna continue to palm roll and interlock. I'm gonna interchange the two, just because interlocking makes it easier for me to maintenance my hair when I want to palm roll it. And the other thing as far as maintenance goes is don't be afraid to speak up to a stylist and let them know what you do and don't like when it comes to your maintenance. And it's okay to not want to use products. It's okay to only want to use oils. It's okay to tell somebody that you want your hair really neatly, to, you know, be very particular about cleaning up your parts. It's okay to tell them that, hey, you're doing it too tight, or please don't break my hair. And if you have a stylist that is doing that against your request, then find another stylist. So many stylists out here. And lastly, if you can't find a stylist, if no one is honoring your wishes, you can take your hair into your own hands and you can do it yourself. So all you need is patience, and it's worth it for the sake of your hair health. All right, on to number 4. You do not have to go months without washing your hair. Before I got started, I watched a lot of videos, and there were people who didn't wash their hair for a while. There were people who only washed their hair with clarifying shampoos, or only washed their hair with this and only washed their hair with that. I think somebody only just washed it with like dish detergent, Dawn dish detergent. Nothing wrong with that if that works with their hair. But for me, I wash my hair with same natural hair products I use when my hair was loose natural. I use shampoo, I use conditioner, and I put coconut oil on my hair to moisturize it, or avocado oil and olive oil and tea tree oil. So those are the oils that I mainly use to moisturize after I washed and conditioned my hair, because people were telling me, don't condition your hair, don't condition your hair. I conditioned my hair and here we are. She's fine. So you can wash your hair, can condition your hair will still lock and it'll be fine. Yes, to clean hair and clean scalps. When I was within my first year, I only wash my hair once a month. Number 5 is hair products aren't the only things that could cause buildup in your hair. I thought that because I wasn't using hair products that I wouldn't have buildup, but not true. I ended up experiencing buildup around my edges, and particularly on the locks by my ear and on my neck, which you might see right now. Not quite sure, but yeah, buildup doesn't only come from products, it comes from hair products, it comes from products that you use on your face. So when you're washing your face, the face washes and stuff that you use, and also sweat and lint. So you know, you're sweating, you're laying down on these pillows, lint has accumulated in your hair, and you'll see it, you know, throughout your, for me, I saw it throughout my perimeters, but I wouldn't be surprised if sweat and lint built up even in these middle locks for some people. So yeah, just pay attention to that and try to nip it in the bud. I found that me trying to, you know, wash it out right away versus allowing so much time to go by and allowing it to lock in my hair helped me minimize having so much lint and buildup stuff in my hair. And then I'll probably have another video in the future of how I get rid of buildup in my locks. Number 6, if you have thin hair, I would advise not over manipulating. So don't try to retwist the front of your hair to make it look neat and pristine for work, you know, and don't retwist your hair too often. Just let it be, let it live. I literally didn't do anything to my hair until I got to the 1 month mark. And sometimes I went over the 1 month mark. I just know that over manipulation causes strain on your hair, and it's just not a good idea, sis. We got thin hair, let's hold it down, B.O.B. All right, number 7, you can do it yourself. You know what you want better than anybody else. I wanted to address this because when I started my lock journey, I was going to, you know, different people, and I was trying these different methods. I did the crochet. I had lock extensions crocheted into my hair because I was a scary cat and I didn't want to start with short hair, because when you go back to my DIY how to install Microloc videos, you'll see that my hair was really short. So I was like, oh God, I don't know. I got a big head, I got a big face. Just too much was going on. I was worried. So I tried to do the crochet lock extensions, didn't work. I tried to do coils. And they didn't really work. And I wanted to get the 2-strand twist started, but I was quoted $100. And you know, when you're a loose natural and you manipulated your hair, you've done twist out, so that means you've done 2-strand twists. You don't want to pay $100 for people to do 2-strand twists to your hair. So I just did it myself, and they came out perfect. I wouldn't change anything besides, you know, what I told y'all about my edges. I should have taken them into more consideration than I did, because I didn't disregard them, but I didn't know what I know now. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love them. This is absolutely like my favorite set of locks, and this is my 3rd. This was after my 3rd try. So yeah, do it yourself. You can do it, sis. All you need is patience and a couple YouTube videos. All right. And the last one, and it's the most cliche of all, and it's trust the process. Your hair is going to be beautiful at every stage. You are going to be beautiful at every stage, and you have to stick with it. your commitment will determine your success. So your commitment to following these tips, your commitment to embracing what you look like at every stage, your commitment to sticking with it and knowing that it's gonna lock and it's gonna be okay. Because when you look through all the months, all 12 months of my journey, you'll see, you know, moments where I feel unsure about what was going on and if my hair was locking or if it was going to lock. And here we are, we're all locked up, you know, Akon. Okay, no? Yeah, no. But yeah, it's locked. Your hair will lock and you'll be fine. So yep, that is all I have for my tips. I told you about everything that I could think of, but if you have any other questions or concerns before starting your lock journey, like I always say, put it in the comment box below. I will answer at my earliest convenience, and if I get enough of the same types of questions, I might just make a video of it. So happy lock journey, ladies, and peace.